Hi everybody, today I just wanted to make this short video just talking about basically my pregnancy. There's been a few girls that have asked me to do a video or to do a Q&A video, but I figured I'll probably do the Q&A video once I'm further along, make another video. So yeah, so in this video I just kind of wanted to talk about so far my experience. So if you want to hear what I have to say about my personal pregnancy, just keep on watching. Okay, so I'll start off on how I found out that I was pregnant. It was like August, I think, and I was already a month pregnant, but obviously I didn't know. And I was just throwing up, like very often, like every day. And I didn't think nothing of it, to be honest, because I get sick very often, like very often. I get sick like once a month. So I thought, oh, I'm just sick, oh, it's just a stomach flu or, whatever. Yeah, I'm just sick. So that's what I thought it was. I thought it was just, I just had the stomach flu and I was just sick. So it continued going on for like a week. And I was just trying to take like medicine or, just vitamins to try to help me. And, obviously wouldn't go away. I hit the second week and I continued like throwing up and stuff, and I was like, what the hell is going on? So yeah, it's basically like what happened. And then my mom was also saying like, oh well, I think that you might be pregnant, because I've been throwing up and stuff. And then I was like, well, maybe, but I don't know why it didn't cross my mind. I guess because, I would get sick often. So I was just like, no, I don't know yet. So I finally made the doctor's appointment. And so when I went to the doctor's appointment, well, me and my boyfriend went to the doctor's appointment. And that's when they obviously told me that I was pregnant. And they even did like a little ultrasound. And then she told me, the next day to go to like another, clinic or place where they specialize, in ultrasounds, where they have like better equipment and stuff. So we went the next day, and that's when they told me, oh, that I was 9 weeks already. And I was like, oh, okay, well, how exciting, you get to see like the little heartbeat and stuff. It was pretty cool, but shocking at the same time, because I was just like, oh my gosh. And I kind of felt bad too, because, like, this is my first pregnancy. I've never experienced any of this. And like I said, I seriously thought that I was sick. So I guess, I don't know, I kind of felt like I didn't take care of myself. Like, I was just eating, because I eat very poorly. Well, before I got pregnant, I would just eat like a lot of junk food, or just very like, I wouldn't, watch what I would eat. Like, I would like let myself starve and stuff. Not on purpose. I would just be, busy doing other things that I'll forget, like, oh, I need to eat. And then by the time I would sit down and eat, I already wasted like the whole day, just running errands or doing things without eating. So, as I was throwing up, I wanted to eat even less. So I wouldn't eat and stuff. So, I kind of felt bad, but then I was like, okay, well, they told me that everything was good. So obviously I'm going to try to take care of myself as best as I can. So yeah, I try to, well, I'm still trying to take care of myself. It's just very hard, especially back then, because like I said, I was throwing up. I would throw up like crazy, and I would just be in bed, and I didn't even want to get out of bed. It was horrible. I would have to like force myself to get out of bed and go to class, like in the morning, because how you're supposed to drink a lot of water or whatever in the morning. Like, me trying to be like a healthy person, I would drink water, and boom, that would be like the first thing I'll throw up. I would throw up anything, like I said, even water. So I would try my best, to drink water and, eat whatever, but I would automatically like just throw it up. And yeah, it was nasty. Like, I spent like half of my days in the restroom. And then finally the doctor did prescribe me to like some pills, like medication that's supposed to help you with the nausea, and it's supposed to be safe for pregnant women. But my mom and my boyfriend are like very like anti-medication while pregnant. And I mean, I guess it is kind of bad, because it is a medication. But they told me like, well, it's better if you take it and you eat than not take it and not eat. So I've been taking them, and yeah, you know, it's helped me a lot. Like, you know, I'm obviously eating now. I'm able to keep down food and keep down water. I have gained, well, I'm 17 weeks as of today, I think. Or I'm not sure, but I'm 17 but I'm 17 weeks for sure. I know that. And I actually weighed myself today because we went to the doctor today, and I have gained 10 pounds, you know, since the first time that I went to the doctors till now. So, yeah. I weighed 100 pounds even when I went to the doctors, and now I weigh 110. So I guess we'll just see, you know, like once I'm 40 weeks, how much weight I gained throughout my whole pregnancy. But so far in 4 months, 17 weeks, I've gained 10 pounds. And I still don't know what I'm gonna have. They're gonna hopefully tell me in 3 weeks. I have an appointment, you know, to get another ultrasound, and hopefully they'll let me know in 3 weeks what it is. I'm pretty excited. Well, me and my boyfriend are pretty excited, and we don't really care like what it is. If it's a girl or a boy, like we're not, well, you know, like we're not like hoping for anything, just as long as, you know, it survives and it's healthy, and, you know, it's like well baby, I guess. That's all we really care for. I don't mean to offend anybody or anybody's opinion. This is just my personal opinion and why I personally feel this way. Well, I was born, I don't know, I think I said this on my Instagram before, but I was born with beta strep and seizures, and I had a blood clot in my head, like literally as soon as like I came out, you know what I mean? Like I had all of that going on. So yeah, I was obviously born not healthy. I had to be hospitalized for a very long time, you know, medications for like a year or two, going to the doctors often, and, you know, luckily everything is fine. I haven't had a seizure, or I don't have a blood clot that I know of. Thank God. So yeah, but yeah, I just see it as kind of I don't want my baby or any baby to have, you know, what I had. So I think that's why I'm kind of just, I always just think like, I don't want to say like it's not right. Like I said, it's just my personal opinion, but I just see it as kind of like, why do people, well, I guess, yeah, like I guess why do people say like, oh, I want to have a boy, I want to have a boy, I want to have a boy so bad, or oh my gosh, I wish I have a girl, I hope I have a girl, when like, I don't know, I think that's like the biggest blessing from God. There's so many women out there that can't have, you know, babies, that want babies, and they'll be happy with whatever they have. Or there's so many babies that are, you know, miscarried, or, you know, they just unfortunately die, you know, or they're born with like medical issues, medical conditions like me, or, you know, others that have to live with their medical condition throughout their whole life. Like, why not just, I see it as kind of like, why can't you just, you know, wish and, you know, thank God for this miracle that you're pregnant, and, you know, just hope for the best, instead of saying like, oh, I can't, you know, like, oh, I really want a boy, or I really want a girl, you know what I mean? I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. That's just what I personally feel like. So that's just, I guess that's just the way I see it. Like, honestly, I could care less what I have, as long as, you know, it's not born with what I had, or, you know, it makes it, and, you know, it's, everything's fine. Basically, everything's fine. That's all I really care about. So, the second time that we went to the doctor, they were trying to do like the whole, you know, hear the heartbeat, and the lady couldn't, or the doctor couldn't find it. And I was like freaking out so bad, and I was like so scared. I was like, oh my gosh, like, you know, they tell you not to think negative, but sometimes it's hard, you know, like, not, because I obviously don't want anything bad to happen. So I was just like, oh my gosh. But she finally came back with the ultrasound, like her little machine thing, and she was able to see, well, we were all able to see, like, you know, like the heartbeat, and like the baby was obviously bigger then. and you could actually see like the head and like the arm was going like this, and the leg was stretching, and it was just moving like crazy. It was so cute. And today we went to the doctor's again, and the same thing happened. She was trying to hear to hear the heartbeat for like 15 minutes, and she couldn't find it. And again, I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh. But she came back again with her machine, like it's like a little ultrasound machine thing, and yeah, we were able to see the baby again. But this time what had happened was that the baby was facing like this way, so the back was towards us, like facing this way, so his or her face was like looking this way. So that's why we couldn't hear the heartbeat. But I mean, as long as everything was okay, I'm happy. And I just really hope that in 3 weeks that the baby lets itself show, so we could see if it's a boy or a girl. Even though, we don't really care for what it is. I'm just like, I guess I'm just like too excited, like I want to know already, like what it's gonna be. So since I'm 17 weeks, my due date is April 18th. And it's so funny because my boyfriend's birthday is like 4 days before that. So I always just like mess around or tell him like, what if the baby's born on your birthday, But he said he'll be happy, like he said he's already old. Well, he's not old, but you know what I mean. He's gonna turn 23, so he was just like, well, it's just like another birthday to me, like that would be like the greatest gift, So I thought that was pretty cute. But yeah, so we'll see if it makes it to the 18th or if it's born 4 days early on his birthday. So like I said, this is my first pregnancy ever, and I'm pretty sure there's many women out there. I am pretty nervous but excited at the same time, because I don't know what to expect. I can only imagine, what to expect. Obviously, like taking care of a baby, and you obviously have to feed it, and like the common sense things. But I mean, I guess you learned as you go. But I mean, I have my mom here, so she's been like a big support and a big help. So I know she's gonna obviously help me once the baby's here as well. And my boyfriend also will obviously help me with his baby. It's his first baby as well. So I guess we're gonna be experiencing that together. So yeah, we're pretty excited but nervous. To be honest, like I'm not showing that. Well, I mean, no, okay, I'm lying. I am showing, but I'm not like super big. Well, I don't think I'm super big. Let me see if I could, because I'm on my bed right now. I could probably show my belly. Ugh. Like, I don't know, I have this shirt on, this white shirt. Sorry for the mess, but yeah, that's just, before I used to be like, before I got pregnant, I used to be like super flat. But now obviously you see that I have a gut, or obviously my pregnancy gut is growing. So yeah. Oh, my school, I forgot to talk about my school. I do go to college, go to university, and like I said in the beginning, when I was having a hard time, I had a burp. When I had a hard time, like I'm getting out of bed, like I just wanted to lay down because I would throw up like crazy. At that time, it was August, so class had just started. It was very hard for me, I would have to force myself to get up. I wouldn't even get ready, and yeah, it would be such a drag. I literally wouldn't do my hair or my makeup, go to class for like two months. Just go to class and be like sitting there like, oh, I'm not feeling very well. And to be honest, I'm gonna be straight up and honest. Before this August, like years before, I've always been like a very, I'm not trying to say like, oh, I've been a very good student, but I have, I'm a A and B student. I always turn in my assignments. I'm always in class. But obviously, since this August hit and I was feeling like that, like very sick, and obviously that's when I found out that I was pregnant and all this, and it was just very, very hard, like so hard, like for me to focus in class and for me to even turn in my assignments. Like it was just horrible. But now that I feel better, I've been, you know, trying to catch up and, you know, obviously finish the semester strong, and hopefully I pass all my classes. And then next semester I plan on doing like the half semester, so like the 8-week courses, because since my due date's April, the classes will start January and end in March, so I'll be good. So I plan on doing that, just taking the 8-week courses. So, you know, hopefully I'll have time, a little bit of time just for myself, and then once the baby comes, it'll just be, you know, time for me and my baby. And then I'll have all summer off, and then I'll go again in August. I'm almost done with my school. I think I only need 2 more years. Well, I'm like halfway done with my school. 2 more years. But yeah, so that's all I had to say about my pregnancy so far. I will be doing another YouTube video, and I'll probably be talking about it like on my Instagram and on my Facebook, you know, like here and there. I just don't want to like overdo it and get annoying, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'll definitely do another pregnancy video. So, but if you guys want to see like more than one, just let me know, and I'll definitely, you know, won't mind doing more than one. But yeah, so I hope you guys like this video, and if you want to watch any more of my videos, just subscribe. And if you want to watch more of like my small makeup clip videos and like my makeup pictures, just check out my Facebook, Only Jasmine. And if you want to keep up with me, just check out my Instagram, only_Jasmine. Bye.